Говорит Москва.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's WolfyNotCool, and we're gonna get our butts kicked today. So let's go ahead and start this quest and see what happens. Uninvited guest. Take 2. We're gonna take our time with this. Investigator Gerlivel's dacha was just about the only building left standing in the burned suburban village south of Brienne's. The generous size of the plot, over half an acre, meant that the fire didn't reach the house itself. Now, I could read all of this, but we've already read this, so I'm going to tell you my actions instead until we reach the point where we died. So we're going to go into the dacha without being noticed, and I'm checking the area out and the property. Let's go watch them. So this is where the bear of the man and the little girl was being pulled to the shack, so I'm following them. He stops the pimple face. So we're gonna keep going until we get a different option. As of now, let's get to work. So I think this is the best time for me to continue. I'm outside, there's nobody around, I can't be seen from any of the windows. So I have 5 different options. Option number 1 is to observe the house from outside. Option number 2 is to look into the living room window. 3 is to look in through the kitchen window. 4 is to go through the main door into the hallway. And 5 is to climb through the open window into the bedroom. Now, I'm gonna observe first. So let's look in through the living room window. There are 2 people in the living room, Tema the giant and a bald, nerdy looking guy called Ivan. Tema is sitting on the threadbare. Just so you know, I don't know how he knows the name, but let's just go along with it. He's disassembled an assault rifle, and now he's cleaning the piston and the gas tube with cloth. His AK is sitting behind him, which means that he's cleaning somebody else's gun. Ivan is playing solitaire at the table. Most of the table is covered with newspaper, and on top of these are food scraps, empty glasses and jars, dirty knives and forks, ashtrays, and a huge cold samovar. Let's keep going. I'm outside, there's nobody around, and now we've seen the living room window, we're gonna look in through the kitchen window. Now, the cellar door is open in the kitchen. It's unclear what Pimples is doing down there. At the long countertop, the Cossack is singing something under his breath. He's got 2 revolvers tucked into his belt. On the counter, there are 6 open cans of condensed milk and 2 enamel bowls, one of which is full of dry bread. Along the opposite wall, there is a dirty minx fridge, a sink with a pile of dishes in it, and a gas stove with some kind of grain. So we're gonna keep going. I'm outside and there's nobody around. I can't be seen from any of the windows. So option number 2 and 3 have been exhausted. Let's go check out. I don't know if option number 1 is gonna make any difference, but we're just gonna do it right now. The house has a hallway and 3 rooms, a kitchen, a living room, and a bedroom. From the hallway, you can go outside or continue on the kitchen or the living room. You have to go through the living room to get to the bedroom. There are open windows in the kitchen and in the bedroom. The kitchen has a cellar. Besides the house, the property also includes an outhouse and a barn. Fair enough, okay. So we've done everything except for climb through the open window. Actually, let's check on number 4. I'm in the hallway, and the door to the living room is shut tight. I can't hear anything coming from there. The door to the kitchen is missing entirely, and through the opening I can see the open door of the cellar. If he turns this way, he'll see me. So let's go back outside and go through the window into the bedroom. This is the option that should be taken, I guess. I'm in the bedroom. Apart from the ugly red polka dot wallpaper and the ancient double bed, there seems to be nothing of note in here. Next to the door, there is a vanity table with cosmetic bottles of all shapes and sizes, and in the opposite corner, a huge wardrobe and an ironing board. No sound is coming from the living room, even though the door is slightly ajar. Let's carefully search the bedroom. The wardrobe is stuffed full of old clothes, but a smallish person could fit in there. I could also hide under the bed. The room partition will hide me if someone comes in. A body could be hidden under there too. I found a broken clothes iron on top shelf in the wardrobe. The cord is practically ripped off. I turned it over in my hands and thought, I could use this cord as a ligature. I tore the cord out of the iron, and used my knife to cut off the plug. I think we're gonna go snuff someone out. We're actually gonna use the wire to choke someone out. I apologize in advance if you guys can hear my little pup running about. Little update, I have a puppy now, so he's a handful. Right, back to the story. We have an ability to lure one bandit, smash a bottle from the vanity on the floor, and hide in the wardrobe, which is what I'm going to do, as I've had comments saying that we should deal with them one by one. Now, the plan could have worked if only one person had come into the room, but Tema and Ivan came in together. Tema has a gun on his back, and the handle of a revolver is sticking out of Ivan's jacket pocket. I've got two options: jump out of the wardrobe and kill both of them before they can call their comrades, or wait it out in the wardrobe like a coward. I don't like the idea of being a coward, but I don't have much faith that a surprise attack will be successful, especially given the sheer bulk of Tema. So if I'm not confident, why should I do something half of my ability? So I'm going to stay in the wardrobe. Maybe I did take the coward's way out, but it also was the smart thing to do. The bandits searched the room, they even looked under the bed. Ivan kicked the bottle fragments on the ground and bolted the window. The wind, what did you think? It was a ghost? So they did hear me come in. Well, you never know, Tema shrugged. And remember, the cops. Well, boys, had a nice walk? Time to go back to prison. Alright, it was the wind, Tema sighed. They went back out into the living room. When I was sure they weren't coming back, I slipped out of the wardrobe and opened the window again. I'm in the bedroom, apart from the ugly red polka dot wallpaper and the ancient... Okay, we've read through all this. So, we've done this now, so we have a new option. There's some kind of crashing noise coming from the kitchen. What's going on in there? So let's look into the kitchen window. As soon as I looked in through the window, another crash came from the cellar, followed by a triumphant shout. A minute later, a filthy but happy Pimples climbed out of the cellar. He was clasping a 3-liter bottle of wine. Take a look at this. Why the hell did we have to nail the box shut? My hands are full of splinters. If I ever meet the guy who owns this place, I'll wring his frickin' neck. So let's keep going. The Cossack took the bottle out of his hands, pulled the cork out and sniffed and made a face. Pig swill, he says. Pig swill? Pimples repeated, outraged. This is top of the class wine. Homebrewed stuff. Not that paint stripper they used to sell in the shops. Let's go, the leader ordered curtly. He gave the bottle back to Pimples and headed for the living room. Pimples limped after him. I'm outside and there's nobody around, so we're back outside. And I think let's go through the hallway. I'm in the hallway, and over here we can actually crack open the door and listen. Hey, can you quit eating that junk? You're making me sick. Either we play or I'm out of here, said Ivan, I think. Huh, what, want some? Should have just said, man, it goes really good with the wine. I don't freaking want it, and I don't want your wine either, Ivan said, sounding strained. So let's keep listening. Hey man, don't get your panties in a twist. You didn't lose big, Tema said. Have a drink and you'll feel better. Screw you, the nerd replied piteously. Fell silent. Search the hallway really quick. Oh, it's quite noisy, these floorboards. Luckily, the living room door was shut and they couldn't hear me. Several heavy coats and a winter camouflage jacket were piled up under the coat rack. Rummaging behind the stove, I pulled out a poker. It was thick enough to use as a weapon, but maybe it could be used for another purpose, so I took it. So now we have only one option, and that's to go to the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen now. There's a counter running along the left hand of the side kitchen. On it are 6 open cans of condensed milk and 2 animal bowls. We've read all this again, so we're gonna go into the cellar. Actually, I'm gonna search the kitchen first. And there's food everywhere and junk and expensive dinner plates, but I opened the refrigerator and my nose was hit with the stench so powerful that spasm started somewhere in my throat. The sardine sludge was the same color as condensed milk. Ooh, no. Okay, we're gonna pour the rotten meat into the condensed milk and mix it in. I carefully poured the liquid from the can into the bowl of condensed milk and stirred it until it was fully mixed in. It looked the same color as before, didn't smell of anything, and I hope that taste hadn't changed much. After lunch today, my friends will be sick to their stomachs at the very least. So let's go down into the cellar at this point. And I turned on my flashlight, looked around. Rotten blackened wood covered with cobwebs. Here and there, glass and tin containers gleamed in the darkness. Moldy jam was visible in some of them. An unknown liquid had been poured onto the floor. Bits of wood and glass floated in it. The wooden crate that Pimples broke open was beside the stairs, empty, and there was nothing else to do down here. So I went back up, stopped up the threshold, and wiped the soles off my feet with a rag. Okay, so we've finished everything out. Let's climb out through the window, and we are going to see if we have a new option. We don't. Let's observe the house from outside. Okay, that's basically it. So bedroom's done, kitchen's done, hallway's done. Should we just wait? Let's just look in through the living room window. Because right now all 4 bandits are in the living room, and Tema is still sitting on the couch and cleaning the barrel of the assault rifle. I guess he must get some enjoyment out of it. The Cossack, Ivan, and Pimples are playing cards at the table. The wine has already been poured into glasses, but the Cossack hasn't touched his. The nerd is drinking in moderation, but the acne guy is constantly topping up his own glass. Once in a while, he sticks his unwashed hand into the 5-liter jar of sauerkraut and stuffs another fistful of cabbage into his mouth. Yeah, that's nasty. So we're done through everything, and I believe let's check the bedroom just in case. No. What about the hallway? What? No. Oh, somebody just cried out into the living room. Before I could bring my ear to the gap, there was a loud bang, then the sound of glass breaking. Hey, you crazy? Shouted Pimples. What do you think you're doing, bitch? Who you calling bitch? Ivan replied, breathing heavily. Cossack, did you see it? He's playing us. Look, the bastard's got the deck stacked. Oh, yeah, someone got punched. You're drunk. Go sleep it off, came the leader's disaffected voice. You, the nerd's voice trembled with outrage. You broke my glasses. Go sleep, repeated the Cossack, without raising his voice. A couple of seconds passed, and I watched through the crack as Ivan retreated to the bedroom. Pimples, clean up your swill and go get some food. The bandits fell silent. Alright. Now we can go to the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen right now, and we can go into the hallway, I think. That's it. I guess we gotta wait. Wait for a short while. Yeah. Let's wait. A few minutes went by. Everything was quiet. I'm outside. Blah, 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 blah. I think it's time for us to go through the main door. And we can go to the kitchen. Aha. There you go. Let's go down into the cellar and wait for one of the bandits to come down for food. Sit on the bottom step and wait. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, these guys are gonna be up for a surprise. I froze my ass off for 10 minutes or so, but nobody came to the kitchen. I'll have to change my plan. So they didn't come out. Let's go out to the hallway. Kitchen's nothing. Through the window. Looking through the living room window. Let's look through the living room window. The Cossack is still sitting at the table. He's strumming the guitar and singing something under his breath. Pimples is crawling across the floor with a cloth, cleaning up the spilled wine and wringing it out into a pot. Tema is still sitting on the couch. Looks like he's dozed off. Next to him is the assembled assault rifle and a handful of cartridges. Okay. What about the bedroom window? I think this is the time we can snuff someone out. Ivan is lying on his stomach crossways on the bed. A large bruise is darkening on his face. A revolver peeks out of his jacket pocket, and Ivan's glasses are on the vanity. The frames are broken. I listen closely. The bandit is snoring. Let's get in there. I climbed into the room as silently as I could and started creeping towards the bed. I didn't take my eyes off the bandit. He didn't move another couple of steps, and something crunched under my feet. My eyes darted down, and I saw a shattered lens from a pair of glasses. Luckily, the sound was too quiet to wake Ivan. No sound came from behind the closed doors. Either this place had great soundproofing, or the bandits in the living room weren't talking. Either way, I needed to do everything quickly and quietly, leave no traces. So I could hit Ivan in the head with a poker, strangle Ivan with the closed iron rod cord, or slit Ivan's throat. So I am actually going to strangle him with the iron cord so that nobody knows what happened. Dropping one end of the cord under Ivan's neck across the ends and pulled it with all my strength. Ivan's eyes flew open, bulging, and he grabbed at his neck with a terrible croaking sound. He tried to turn onto his back, but I pressed him into the bed with my weight. After a minute, it was all over. I listened. There was no sound beyond the door. Let's hide the body. I could hide the body under the bed, but Ivan's mysterious disappearance would put the others on their guard. Then I had a better idea. I turned the bandit's collar up to hide his neck and rolled him into his side so his back was to the door. From this angle, he just looks like he was sleeping. 3 left. Now guys, I'm gonna end the video right here and we'll continue part 2 tomorrow. Take care guys. Thank you very much.